this is something that I've done in my life, in my jobs, my career, my personal life, the whole nine. You've done it too, whether you're conscious of it or not. And the people that we see on social media, the people, pretty much anyone that we see in our life, they've been guilty of it at some points too. And the thing I've learned is this correlates to you a lot more than it does other people. And what I mean by that is, if you can't be real to other people, how can you expect to be real to yourself? So this kind of relates to the topic I want to talk about, is growing up. And even to this day, like, I hear it all the time, you're way too hard on yourself. I've heard this from friends, family, girlfriend, the whole nine. And I completely disagree. And the reason why I say that, when I first started this path in 1099, for those of you who don't know, 1099 means you're your own business, you're an independent contractor. When I first started down this path, literally the first thing I did was write down my weaknesses. Literally the first thing I did. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the first thing I did. So, some of the weaknesses I wrote down were doubting the choices I've made, too sarcastic, too cocky, I need to help others more, take criticism, not shit, talking about something they don't like, going in circles, fear of rejection, complacency, all these things. And the reason why, like, writing down this list of things that I disliked about myself was so impactful is the first step to real change is acceptance. Like, on the opposite side of, this self-improvement space, you have the affirmations, like telling yourself in your mirror, essentially like kind of being delusional. I've tried that myself. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this is literally a million times better because it's real. Like, if you don't like your physique right now, telling yourself in the mirror that you freaking love it and you're jacked, it's not going to change anything. Like, it's literally, you're painting a picture over the mirror. That's all you're doing. Like, you're just lying to yourself. You actually need to accept the problem to create the solution. It's plain and simple. This is something I've been guilty of at my lowest lows and my highest highs. When I'm at like a low point in my life, I call it like a dungeon day. The worst thing I can do is not be hard on myself, is not be real with myself. Like, oh, you're okay. You deserve this. You deserve time off, right? You deserve that vacation. You don't have to work this week, whatever it is. Like, those are lies. And being hard on yourself, like, that's how you win. That's how you actually succeed in life. Saying all these lies that, oh, it's okay, this is what everyone else is doing, you deserve this, you deserve that, like, all that stuff, that just keeps you mediocre and average. Plain and simple. I don't know, just growing up, I feel like we've been sold this huge lie that, it's going to be easy, and challenge, adversity, struggle, resistance, they're not really apparent. I just think that's a crock of shit. It's tough, it's hard, it's dark, it's lonely, it's unforgiving, it's unloyal. There's people that you're just not going to relate to anymore. Could even be family. You're going to be angry. You're also going to be happy. There's the opposite side of it too. But the reason why this is so important to do, guys, is just being real with yourself, is we're about to head into a new year. And if you want something to change, like me personally, there are goals that I need to hit. Like, income targets I need to hit, identity traits that I need to change. Plain and simple. And I'm not going to like lie to myself to make them true. I'm going to just tell myself what it is. Yo, I'm not making nearly, not even freaking not even comparable to the money I want to make. I don't have the habits I want. I'm not getting up early enough. I'm not going to the gym enough. I'm not eating clean enough. I'm not drinking enough water. I'm not caring about my health as much. All these things, I got to be real with myself. Like, a great book for you guys is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Probably the best book I've read this year. He talks about the first step he did to actual real change in his life was called the accountability mirror. So he had a mirror, and essentially he would just write down what he didn't like about himself. Like, he would just be real. Like, for me, I wrote down lazy, broke, like all these traits. And when you do that, you see that every single day, it gives you anger. And there's this negative context behind anger. That anger is a bad thing. And in some cases it is, definitely. I'm not disagreeing with that. But if you're at a point where you're trying to do something freaking big, like maybe it's, make $1 million, make 10K a month, change how you look completely, change your identity, whatever it is. If you're about to do something huge like that, happiness, all that stuff, it might not be there right now. So use what you have. Anger is the best motivator in the world. Like, that's literally how we came up in this world, was anger, savagery, all this shit. So use it. Like, sometimes it's literally all we have is just being freaking pissed and using that as fuel to go forward. That's literally how I got to where I am today, was just being pissed. I would come home, I was depressed as shit every single day. My dad, he would literally pull me in the garage. He'd be like, son, like, what the hell is going on? And I'll tell him, I hate what I'm doing. And like, all that aggression, all that anger, it made me do something. It gave me fuel I needed to go forward. And that, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say it's all sunshine and rainbows. It's not. It's difficult. So use what you have, because it might be all that you have. It might be the only emotion you have to keep going. So use it. Be real with yourself. Like, heading into this new year, I have huge freaking goals that I want to hit. And I'm not saying you have to hate yourself. That's not what I mean at all. You have to respect yourself. And true respect for someone is being honest to them. Plain and simple. Like, if you truly love yourself, you'd say, yo, look, I'm not in the shape I want to be in. I'm not making the money I want to make. My relationship with my parents isn't what it needs to be. I'm not giving as much to others. But be real. Like, be freaking real. If you're about to, seek to make 10K a month, 100K a month, whatever it is, like, be real. Do you want to do that for, your family, or do you just want to be filthy freaking rich? If you just want to be filthy rich, just be real. Like, own up to it. Be like, dude, I want to do this to be famous. That's fine, because it's real. There's real emotion attached to it. Being fake, it doesn't help with anything. It gives you all this fake fuel. And then when you run into, the inevitable obstacle of life, the challenges, all that stuff, you have no more fuel to run off. So just be real with yourself and be hard on yourself. That's how real growth occurs. You have to accept it. You have to accept the situation. You have to confront the reality to build the beautiful future. Plain and simple. So what I want to do with you guys, I think it would be freaking awesome, is we set up a WhatsApp or a Discord, and everyone that comes in, they have a mission statement. They have goals, like actual feasible, measurable goals. Maybe it's for you, you want to gain 20 pounds, you want to lose 20 pounds, you want to make $5,000 a month, you want to make 10K a month, you want to retire your mom, whatever it is. I want to establish this group, and no, it's free. I have literally nothing to sell you. I want to establish this group to hold each other accountable. I feel like that's one of the most important things, is because it goes back to being real with yourself. When you slip up, you miss those workouts, you miss that work day, you break the commitments that, I've set up for myself thousands and thousands of times. When no one's genuinely holding you accountable, it's tough. It's very tough. So having a group of like-minded individuals that want to succeed, and having that group to push each other, iron sharpens iron. So if you like this, like, subscribe, comment too, if you want to be a part of the group, or just DM me on Instagram. But with that being said, take care, enjoy the Christmas, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow.